Welcome to Circumference. Here we're going to look at a problem and find the circumference of a circle. So it says the radius of a circle measures 9 yards. What is the circumference of the circle? Use 3.14 for pi. Do not round your answer. Be sure to include correct units. So the units are just what comes after the value we find at the very end. So it says the radius. So radius, remember, is the distance from the center. So we have r, and that's 9. Also remember that circumference has two different formulas. It has 2 pi r, 2 times pi times the radius. And we have circumference equals pi d, where d is the diameter. We want to use whatever formula matches up our circle the best. Well, here I have the radius, so I want to use the formula for the radius. So I'm going to say that the circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius, which is 9. And it says use 3.14 for pi. Generally, pi equals 3.14159, and then it continues on for a very long time. We don't want to use 3.14159 blah 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 and then round, because sometimes we get into very long rounded numbers. So for a more efficient way, we use 3.14. So my circumference is going to equal 2 times 3.14 times 9. So I'm going to grab my calculator and punch that in. 2 times 3.14 and my answer will give me 56.52. It says make sure to mark the correct unit. It's just yards. We're just talking about one dimension. We're talking about the area around the outside. So a 1D answer. So it's just going to be yards. There's no exponent above it. Let's look at the next example. Part B is the circle has a diameter of 24 millimeters. What is its circumference? So let's look at our situation. I've got the circle. And it says it gives me the diameter, so it's the distance all the way across d. Remember that my formula, I have two different formulas. I have 2 pi r or pi d. Well, since I have the diameter, I want the circumference to equal pi times the diameter. C equals pi d. It says use 3.14 for pi, so C equals 3.14 times the diameter, which was 24. We're going to grab our calculators and do 24 times 3.14. And so C is going to give us 75.36. Go ahead and see if you can find that solution to the next one on your own. Okay, go ahead and check your answer. We had the radius, so we use the circumference equals 2 pi r, which was 2 times 3.14 times 10, which gave me 62.8. Let's move on to area.